In a world cluttered with information, where truth is power, Lawin Weekly News stands apart.
We delve deeper, uncover facts, and bring stories to light. From political showdowns and economic triumphs to the pulse of the street and the heart of the community.
We capture the moments that define us, stories that challenge, inspire, and transform.
Tune in live Sundays 8 a.m. Central Standard Time and Sundays 6 p.m. Central Standard Time.
These are Lawin headlines for this week. North Texas student creates show after life-saving double organ transplant. Milwaukee judge guilty of obstruction in migrant evasion case. Alcantara returns P71 million tied to flood control scam. South Korea sees 11th bird flu case this season. PACC-GSA unites community with holiday party, swearing in. Consul General Sales joins BVFAC 10th anniversary celebration. Vice Ganda, Ion Perez plan to become parents via surrogacy.
Good day, I am Neska, and tonight we bring you the latest stories in the United States of America, especially in the state of Texas. So sit back, relax, and Lawin Weekly News be your guide to the news that matters most. A new study shows that Texas Commission on Environmental Quality, or TCEQ, is facing a backlog of more than 1,000 unresolved environmental complaint investigations. The report found TCEQ investigators are taking longer to open and complete cases, prioritizing complaints that pose immediate threats to public health, while lower priority reports remain in the queue for months. Researchers cited budget cuts as a key factor, limiting the agency's ability to hire staff, retain experienced inspectors, and upgrade monitoring equipment. Internal measures, including case triaging and remote inspections, have helped but not fully address delays. The study recommends increasing funding, adding investigative staff, and improving public access to complaint updates, including clearer timelines and explanations for residents. TCEQ said it remains focused on serious environmental and public health risks and continues to meet statutory requirements while managing available resources. The Texas Department of Public Safety on Monday urged gun owners to secure firearms during holiday travel and family gatherings. Officials noted that long-distance travel, overnight stays, and crowded homes can place unsecured firearms within reach of children and visitors. The department reported ongoing incidents in which children and teenagers accessed loaded guns left in vehicles, bedrooms, closets, or common areas. Officials warned against leaving guns unattended in vehicles, especially in visible locations, noting that theft from vehicles is a common source of illegal firearms. The advisory emphasized that owners should confirm each firearm is unloaded before storage or transport and physically check chambers and magazines. Houston city officials on Wednesday debate how to use about $30 million from a stormwater fund as Mayor John Whitmire proposed allocating the money for the demolition of certain structures, while City Controller Chris Hollins questioned whether city rules allow that use. Whitmire said his administration identified tens of millions of dollars in the stormwater fund that he wants to use to demolish buildings he said are unsafe or problematic in several neighborhoods. Whitmire said he considers the demolitions part of an effort to address public safety and neighborhood conditions while the administration reviews infrastructure and drainage priorities. Hollins said he reviewed the proposal and concluded that city rules and financial restrictions governing the stormwater fund do not allow its use for building demolition. Public universities in Texas are using artificial intelligence tools in 2026 to review and revise course descriptions, syllabi, and related instructional materials that reference race and gender, according to internal records released through public information requests. The records show that university administrators have directed faculty and staff to use AI programs to scan course materials for terms linked to concepts such as systemic racism, privilege, and gender identity, and to suggest alternative language that aligns with new state restrictions on diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. At least one large Texas university documented use of commercial AI platforms to analyze course descriptions and program summaries and to rephrase or remove explicit references to race-based and gender-based frameworks. Emails among academic leaders show departments were given deadlines to complete AI assisted reviews before upcoming semesters as part of campus wide compliance efforts.
In a world filled with fleeting moments, there's beauty waiting to be captured. My name is Christian, and I specialize in immortalizing your most precious memories, from elegant weddings to vibrant events and timeless portraits. I am here to make every moment unforgettable. Let me tell your story through the lens. Contact me today and let's create magic together.
Journey to self-discovery and mastery. Be bold, why not? Season 6 with MJ Concepcion every Monday 8 p.m. CST. Don't miss out.
Where every conversation is welcome at the table. This is Pink Table Talk with Dr. Carly D. Every Wednesday 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Rice, spice, and everything nice. Welcome to the Philippine food scene with adobo queen, Nancy Reyes Lumen of Commissary Kitchen. Every Thursday 8 p.m. CST, Friday 9 a.m. Philippine time.
Austin Independent School District in an Austin court against North Austin residents who opposed the district's plan to sell a former school site, seeking a ruling that affirms the district's authority to dispose the property as surplus. Court records show the lawsuit names several nearby property owners and residents as defendants and identifies the site as a former Austin ISD campus in North Austin. The redistricting date was not specified in the district's public materials. In its filing, Austin ISD asks the court to confirm that the district complied with state law and district policy when it closed the campus and designated the property as excess real estate eligible for sale. The district also seeks clarification of property rights and the removal of any legal claims or restrictions that could delay or prevent a transfer of the land. The lawsuit alleges that residents have taken or plan to take legal or administrative actions that could block the sale. Sydney Wilson, a North Texas college junior, is moving forward after surviving a rare, life-saving double heart and liver transplant following a childhood marked by serious medical challenges. Born with an underdeveloped left side of the heart, Wilson underwent 3 open heart surgeries before age 4 and spent much of her early life in hospitals. Doctors said she remained relatively stable through her teenage years before complications later began affecting her liver. As a child, Wilson created the Sydney Show with support from Children's Hospital to document her medical journey. She later said revisiting those experiences was emotionally difficult, as much of what she endured happened before she could fully process it. Dr. Ryan Potts, a pediatric cardiologist at Children's Health and professor at UT Southwestern Medical Center, said Wilson's altered circulation damaged both her heart and liver, requiring a simultaneous transplant. The first transplant attempt was cancelled after the donor heart was deemed not viable. Second opportunity succeeded with the use of the organ carrier system, which preserves donor organs outside the body. The surgery lasted 2 days, followed by an 8-day recovery at Children's Health. Wilson is now focused on her studies and hopes to one day meet her donor's family. San Antonio area public schools will receive $647,156 to expand mental health services for students across multiple campuses. Officials said the funding will support hiring and training school-based mental health professionals, including counselors, social workers, and psychologists, and help retain existing staff. The grant will also allow districts to offer more counseling sessions, extend after school or extended hour services, and reduce wait times for students seeking support. The funding will provide professional development for staff on identifying early signs of mental health concerns and connecting students to appropriate services. Officials said the funding will support mental health services across elementary, middle, and high school campuses throughout this school year. A Milwaukee County judge has been convicted of one felony count of obstruction in connection with a federal immigration case involving an undocumented man. A jury returned the verdict Thursday after several days of testimony in a Milwaukee courtroom. Prosecutors said the judge knowingly took actions that hindered federal immigration authorities from locating and detaining the individual. Defense lawyers argued the judge was carrying out routine judicial duties and lacked intent to obstruct authorities, disputing the prosecution's interpretation of evidence and timing. Jurors were instructed on Wisconsin's legal standard for obstruction, including whether the judge knowingly provided false information or made it more difficult for officers to perform their duties. Sentencing has not yet been scheduled. The conviction carries potential prison time and fines under Wisconsin law, along with possible professional consequences.
Join us for a captivating new series where Lawin sits down with the trailblazers of the music and entertainment world. Discover the stories behind the faces and voices that shape our culture and community.
We will bring you exclusive interviews with industry legends and rising stars. Behind the scenes insights and get a peek into the creative processes and personal journeys. Artists and performers and their upcoming shows and events.
Stay tuned for more updates and sneak peeks. Follow us on social media and subscribe to our channel.
President Donald Trump on Friday signed an executive order in Austin, Texas, reclassifying marijuana as a less dangerous drug and directing changes to its federal regulation and research status. The order instructs federal agencies to move marijuana to a lower schedule under the Controlled Substances Act. Health and justice officials began reviewing existing regulations following the signing. Public health experts also raised concerns that reduced restrictions could lead to increased use among young adults without sufficient prevention measures. The executive order directs agencies to issue updated rules and guidance, though the administration has not announced a specific timeline. The Department of Justice on Friday received 71 million pesos in restitution from former Department of Public Works and Highways Bulacan 1st District Engineer Henry Alcantara in connection with an alleged flood control fund scam. Justice Secretary Jesus Crispin Remulla witnessed the turnover at the DOJ main office in Manila. The amount was identified as part of public funds, allegedly misused for flood control projects in Bulacan. DOJ officials said the restitution will be treated as evidence as the investigation continues. Authorities added that Alcantara coordinated with investigators and admitted involvement in the questioned transactions. The DOJ said it will continue reviewing financial records and coordinating with the Commission and Audit, with findings to be submitted to the Office of the Ombudsman for possible further action. South Korea reported its 11th case of highly pathogenic avian influenza this season at a broiler breeder farm in Namwon, about 265 kilometers south of Seoul, the Ministry of Agriculture, Food, and Rural Affairs said Monday. Veterinary authorities detected the infection during routine surveillance and immediately began culling affected birds and implementing quarantine measures. The ministry said it will continue monitoring poultry farms nationwide, maintain heightened biosecurity measures, and urged farm operators to report any unusual symptoms in birds promptly. Updates will follow as further test results and field reports become available. The Philippine American Chamber of Commerce of Texas Greater San Antonio held its holiday party and oath-taking ceremony, bringing together members, friends, and community partners to celebrate this season and mark a new chapter of leadership. The event featured Filipino cuisine and heartfelt messages that highlighted the strength and unity of the Filipino-American business community. A key moment of the evening was the leadership transition, recognizing outgoing Region Chair Jean Carangal and formally welcoming Chanel Rimando as the new Region Chair. The swearing-in ceremony was administered by former San Antonio Mayor Ron Nirenberg, an honorary member of the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce, Greater San Antonio, and recipient of the Outstanding Filipinos of San Antonio Award in 2019. In the spirit of giving, attendees supported the San Antonio Food Bank and Cebu flood relief, showing that the holiday season is also a time to give back. Organizers say the celebration reflects PACC-GCA's or GSA's continued commitment to unity, service, and leadership as the organization looks ahead to the coming year. Consul General Gunther Sales joined officers and members of the Brazos Valley Filipino-American community as the organization marked its 10th anniversary on December 13th at the Brazos Center in Bryan, Texas. The milestone celebration highlighted a decade of unity, cultural pride, and community service among Filipinos in the Brazos Valley area. BVFAC President Rusty Villegas led the event, which brought together community leaders and members to reflect on the organization's growth and contributions. Consul General Sales recognized the organization's role in strengthening Filipino community ties and fostering civic engagement in the region. Community awards were also presented to several of the organization members for their outstanding service and contributions. Joining the Consul General in conferring the awards was Bryan Precinct 2 Commissioner Chuck Conderla, underscoring continued collaboration between local officials and the Filipino-American community.
Filing taxes, dealing with tax debt, or facing IRS actions is stressful, but you don't have to go it alone. Call 832-674-0829 or visit www.taxresolutionesq.com.
For divorce and family law in Texas, Liggett Dizon Law Firm PC will guide you every step of the way.
From initial consultation to detailed review of your case and strategic planning.
We'll sit with you during negotiations or mediations, and represent you in court.
Whether it is a family law, estate planning, or immigration, we will be there to guide through the final steps.
So, leave your legal matters behind you and embrace your future.
You can contact Liggett Dizon Law Firm PC at 346-5454-346 or visit dizonlawfirm.com.
San Antonio Spurs rookie Victor Wembanyama honored his late grandmother on Friday, sharing a heartfelt tribute on social media. Wembanyama reflected on her influence in his life and basketball journey, drawing on outpouring of support from fans. Meanwhile, teammate Devin Vassell visited the Boys and Girls Club of Greater San Antonio, engaging with local children through activities and conversations as part of the team's holiday community outreach. Both events highlighted the Spurs players' personal connections and commitment to the San Antonio community during the holiday season. Alas Filipinas women's volleyball coach Jorge Souza de Brito has stepped down after 4 years at the helm. Following the team's fourth-place finish at the 33rd Southeast Asian Games, capped by a loss to Indonesia in the bronze medal match, de Brito said he respects the program's decision to pursue a new direction and leaves with well wishes, pledging continued support for Philippine volleyball. National officials confirmed his departure and said a search for a new head coach is underway, with an announcement expected once the selection process concludes. Players and staff expressed gratitude for De Brito's contributions, noting his role in developing the program and providing international exposure for the athletes. Officials said the team will maintain its training pool and regular practices while reviewing SEA Games performances to prepare for upcoming competitions. Joe Ely, a Texas singer, songwriter, and guitarist known for his work in country, rock, and Americana music, died in Texas at age 78. His family announced. Ely gained national recognition in the 1970s and 1980s for his live performances and songwriting, performing as a solo artist and with bands across Texas, the United States, and internationally. His music drew on West Texas life and regional influences, blending country, rock, and folk traditions. Over his career, Ely released numerous albums on major and independent labels and collaborated with other artists in Texas and Americana music circles. He was recognized for his contributions to songwriting, recording, and regional music preservation. Comedian and television host Vice Ganda said he is considering parenthood with his partner Ian Paris through surrogacy, noting that the process may require temporary leave from his hosting duties on It's Showtime. He explained that surrogacy would demand time and focus away from his live television schedule, and he and Paris are still evaluating the timing and logistics. Vice Ganda emphasized that parenthood is a long-term commitment and said they are carefully weighing the emotional, medical, and professional considerations involved. The comedian stressed that no final decision has been made, and he and Paris remain in the planning and consultation phase regarding both surrogacy and any potential work hiatus. As we brace ourselves for the upcoming weather changes, let's dive into what you can expect day by day. Whether you're planning outdoor activities or just preparing for the week, we've got you covered with the most accurate forecast. Stay tuned with us as we take a closer look at the weather patterns that will impact our region. Remember, here at Lawin Weekly News, we bring you the clearest skies to the stormiest forecasts.
Here is your Lawin Weekly News weather forecast in Houston, Texas. On December 21st, Sunday, the highest temperature is around 62 degrees Fahrenheit with a low near 41 degrees Fahrenheit. Expect mostly sunny skies and cool conditions. On December 22nd, Monday, the high reaches about 63 degrees Fahrenheit and the low drops to 42 degrees Fahrenheit. Sunny through the afternoon with crisp winter air. On December 23rd, Tuesday, the temperature peaks near 64 degrees Fahrenheit and dips to 44 degrees Fahrenheit at night. Partly sunny and mild for the season. On December 24th, Wednesday, the high is around 65 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 45 degrees Fahrenheit. Cloudy with a slight chance of light rain later in the day. On December 25th, Thursday, the temperature reaches about 63 degrees Fahrenheit and falls to 43 degrees Fahrenheit overnight. Partly sunny and cool, typical Christmas Day weather. On December 26th, Friday, the high is near 61 degrees Fahrenheit with a low around 41 degrees Fahrenheit, mostly sunny and calm. On December 27, Saturday, the highest temperature is about 60 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 40 degrees Fahrenheit, sunny with a cool, winter-like feel.
So those were the latest stories in Texas this week. I am Nesca Centina from Lawin Media Network. Have a great day.
Lawin Weekly News.
Tune in live Sundays 8 a.m. Central Standard Time and Sundays 6 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Lawin Weekly News.